spray down. You already know what it is, Tone.
I doubt you. I got to do it. I got to do it, Tone.
I don't know that you have to.
I have to do this. Attila, I am not well rested. There you go.
Quite the process.
Look,
Come on, look at that. I got to clean
clean
it
it
up.
up. Hey, Tone, hand me those hand folders over there, bruh. Yeah. Thank you, sir.
Hey, so I'm calling your cell, 'cause I need to know. Show me which way to go before I throw my head out. Okay, hold on a second, Keisha. Just let me ask Ronald exactly what's going on, because it takes two to tango, and I need to hear his side of the story. So she's driving me insane, because she's heavy and great. She keeps playing some big games, and I'm about to
See?
play.
Makeup.
Every day and every night. Let's do something fun, so we can see the light. See the light.
Mm.
Russian mystically were on Gurdjieff. One thing he taught his students was to not vent your unpleasant emotions. So we have this exercise called self-observation, where you to go observe yourself in the most deepest way, not just your thoughts, but about your body, and how your body and your mind interact in this insane continual blend. There's no separation. So one kind of thought will affect your body, but a feeling in your gut will affect your thinking. And he said you will discover in observing yourself that most of your thoughts revolve around unpleasant emotions. So most of it is dealing with frustration, resentment, anger, bitterness. And he said, look at those emotions, see them. Do not judge them, do not say they're bad or good or whatever. And don't ever talk about them. Don't vent them to people. You can look at them, but don't talk about them. And the people who experience it go, wow, by not talking about them, they start to go away. This man.
Wow. I know you guys don't know who that voice is. That is legendary author Robert Greene.
Oh,
48 Laws of
48
Power.
Laws.
Talking about George Gurdjieff, or they call him GI, right? Gurdjieff. And this is a little known mystic who created a concept called self-remembering. And why am I doing this topic tonight? Oh, and how does it apply to Gurdjieff's work? Right? Don't forget that you brought you into this relationship with us. Now, please understand, we have done some topics around attachment theory. Yesterday, we brought in Dr. Sunshine, Dr. Shalonda Crawford, and she was able to break down and articulate the differences in the attachment styles. And then, of course, I'm speaking with Tony often. My co-host tonight is Tony Massey.
What up, y'all?
Hopefully, he'll be here for the whole show and not run out after hour one.
I had an emergency. I'm back, though.
He's back.
I'm back.
He's back in the building.
Yeah.
But I was speaking with Tony before the show, and we were talking about Jung's work when Jung said people will do anything, no matter how absurd, to avoid, looking at themselves.
Right.
And so this self-remembering technique puts us smack dab in the middle of a process that's about cultivating self-knowledge and self-awareness.
Right.
And what I'm starting to realize is we live on a self-unaware planet. People have little to no idea of what they're capable of who they are, of how they will respond in a tough situation.
That is, and not only that, they lean on it. I mean, you never know what you're gonna do until you're in the situation, right?
Oh, like Mike Tyson?
Right. Everybody got a plan.
Until you get hit. And a lot of people get hit by relationships.
Man.
This is when a lot of stuff just comes out.
I didn't have a few hit me in the face.
Man, they hit you all day if you're not paying attention now.
Yeah.
So the term self-remembering is used to signify the process of being aware of oneself, namely self-awareness or self-consciousness. This was created by a man by the name of George Gurdjieff. And many people consider him to be a mystic.
Yeah.
And he had a lot of concepts around self-remembering. Now, a lot of spiritual people know about this guy, and they read his stuff. I've got questions. What is self-remembering? Do you know how to use it? How can it benefit intimate relationships? How would you define self-remembering in context of personal growth, self-awareness, with a focus on cultivation of healthy relationships? Again, people do not, in my opinion, check me, Tony. In my opinion, people do not see relationships as a place for self-realization. And even more so, self-actualization. Your thoughts?
Yeah, I would even say that people have the live in the fallacy that I have to find out who I am first. And then get into a relationship.
Go deeper.
The idea being that if I can just take some time and really just focus on myself, then I can bring a better version of me into the relationship. The problem is that what you're missing when you're alone is an honest critique, right? Because you're able to only see that which you allow yourself to see. You're basically looking at yourself through filters, through angles, through the whole nine, and you get to the point where you start to convince yourself of who you are instead of allowing yourself to become or allow that to be revealed.
So you were reading a quote before.
Yeah.
What was the quote?
If this is deep. If you become aware of the knower, then the known will be forgotten. If you become aware of the known, then the knower will be forgotten.
Ooh.
But with a little effort and by, you can be aware of both simultaneously. And when you become capable of being aware of both, this is what Gertrude calls self-remembering.
All right.
I had to read that 8 times.
Well, let's break it down. Let's deconstruct it.
Yeah.
So the first piece is,
if you become aware of the knower, then the known will be forgotten.
boom.
Yeah.
All right, let's deconstruct that. The knower
Right.
is synonymous with the present moment.
Right. What is known in this moment. Right.
Boom. That's the knower.
Right.
Now, Krishnamurti would say it differently. He would call it the observer.
The observer. Right.
Right?
Yeah.
So here's the thing. What is known to us?
Everything the past, everything we've experienced.
Right.
Everything yesterday and gone. Yeah.
And so we have useful knowledge.
Sure.
Somebody got to remember how to make a chair and then innovate on that, right?
Right.
Somebody has to remember how to make a computer
Right.
and then innovate on that.
Right.
So technology is useful for the human mind.
Sure.
But when you go psychologically,
Yeah.
so many of us, DC,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
what he said. Read the first part one more time.
If you become aware of the knower, then the known will be forgotten.
The known is everything you've been through,
Right.
everybody you've been with,
Right.
all the disappointment, all the frustration, all the
Yeah.
upset. We carry the known with us into every relationship.
Absolutely.
Now, we talked about it yesterday with attachment styles that come from our primary caregiver. But now, us being unaware
Yeah.
of what our attachment style is. People were calling in here yesterday, what's your attachment style? They start to describe it. And then our doctor says, oh, you sound avoidant.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, you might be avoidant.
Oh.
Oh, no, you sound dismissive. Do you see?
Yeah. I'm glad I ain't caught.
Right? So now, oh, you sound anxious, right?
Right.
So again, most people walk into a relationship, not even with a concept of self-remembering,
No.
but they don't even know what their attachment style is.
No.
So now you take the attachment style goes with you to adult relationships,
Sure.
where it's trying to work itself out unbeknownst to the, who did you bring in here with you?
Right. Right. You don't even know.
You brought something in here with you.
Yes. The call is coming from inside the house.
Do you? The phone is not ringing out here.
Yes. Yeah. And the dynamic part of this is all of this comes with you. But what changes is the nature of the relationship.
Mhm.
So if you have parental issues, if you have daddy issues or mommy issues, you're working these issues out unbeknownst to you with someone who is not your parent. So they don't have the same level of access. They don't live by the same level, the same rules. They don't have the same space in your life. They're not occupying the same space in your life, but you're dealing with them because you never dealt
With them.
with them.
And then on top of that,
Yeah.
it's easier to discard your partner
Yes.
than it is to discard your pattern.
Absolutely. Because it wasn't me.
Your parental pattern, that's your known.
You triggered me. Did I? Did I trigger you, or did you trigger you?
What?
'Cause I
Well,
don't feel like I had anything to do with it.
well, I would say yes. We do trigger, but the trigger isn't for a reaction.
Right.
The trigger is for a response.
Right.
And
Or a realization.
but you don't get to that unless you're totally aware of self.
Right.
How do I show up?
Yeah.
If I'm going to be in a position that may trigger something,
Right.
how do I respond? How do I show up?
And that is a very difficult thing to do. And it's not one I advocate for everyone to do. Because what that means is if someone says something, you look beyond what was said and you focus on what you feel, and you go even a step further and go, why do I feel this way? I remove the words, or I remove the speaker and say, this has nothing to do with you. all you've done is recall something in my mind, and now you've illuminated something. So I
Right.
believe that there's a difference between illumination and revelation. Revelation is to reveal something unknown. Illumination is to shed light on something that is known, but just not you're not aware of it, right?
Mhm.
So you've illuminated this thing, this abandonment issue that I have.
Ooh.
So when you said, I gotta get out of here, I can't take this, I gotta leave.
Right.
What I heard was, here we go again.
Here we go again.
Yeah, someone else is gonna leave.
Oh, wow. Ladies and gentlemen, the voice of reason and his brother Tony Massey. We in here cooking live from KBLA Talk 1580. You already know we're in the heart of Lamert Park. When we come forward, more questions. And I'm opening up the phone lines. You know why? Because I want to know who you brought into the relationship, unbeknownst to you. Did the relationship reveal one of your inner ghost shadow goblins? Call us 1-800-920-1580.
You're not hot.
You hot though. Hey, what up, y'all? Hit that like button. Hit that like button. Hey, y'all gonna get on the lines? What we doing? Get on the phone lines. Talk to your brother right now.
Yeah, all y'all that talk trash, I want you to get on. We got some things to talk about.
Tony is giving bread to the masses today. We all eating sandwiches. Tony he did a little research. I had to pull Tony out of it. I had to put him in a good topic, so Tony won't get villainized.
Well, you know, I'm gonna do it to myself because I understand that that play on sandwiches, and everybody shouldn't be eating. We all know that.
Here we go. Can I get everybody to hit the like button? We got more people in here than we have likes, and we tend to like more likes than people. So please, please, please hit the like button, hit the like button, hit the like button, hit the like button. Also, don't forget, hit your twos and fews. Hit your twos and fews. Everybody show up big time today. We need the support. And of course, call in. Tony will find a way. Yes, he will. Yes, 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 indeed. Truemonger, I want to talk to you today, brother. I want to get you in here early. I don't want you late. I want you in here early, Truemonger. How well do you know yourself? Truemonger, get in here. Haru Ali, get in here. Reggie White, get in here. If we know things only from our perspective, how can we be confident that what we know is accurate? Great question.
That's a good question.
Great question. I see you, Truemonger, trying to get people to hit that super chat. Thank you, brother. Thank you. He set the tone at 150. Let's get to 150. Let's do it right now. Attila, you should call too. Nzinga, you should call. Paparazzi, you should call. Pretty Brown Mimi, you should call. AKA, you should call. And Tone, you know you could turn that little live in 30.
Oh, I didn't know if it messed up the sound of it.
Shit, you hot. We need those likes. Ladies and gentlemen, you already know that playlist is on fire. The voice of reason and his playlist. My playlist is my co-host. Excellent record, Trouble T. Roy. They reminisce over you. Pete Rock CL Smooth 1992. Tonight's topic, don't forget that you brought you into this relationship with us. A deeper look into George Gurdjieff's philosophy of self-remembering and its potential impact on intimate relationships. How self-aware are you? How self-aware is your partner? Does the degree of your self-awareness match the degree of your partner's self-awareness? Do more self-aware people attract less self-aware people? Or is the mirror effect of relationship in place, which means you get who you are? I'm very interested to know. 1-800-920-1580. George Gurdjieff's self-remembering is a profound and transformative concept that lies at the heart of his teachings. This practice entails cultivating a heightened sense of self-awareness, where individuals consciously connect with their thoughts, emotions, actions, and the present moment, the knower. The past and the future, these are known because you know what you want in the future.
Right.
This is why you're chasing it, right?
Right.
So that's even an extension of the known. So it's very interesting the way he breaks this down. In the present moment, being aware of your thoughts, emotions, actions, right? It goes beyond mere intellectual understanding, delving deep into the essence of one's being and unraveling layers of conditioning and automatic behaviors that dictate our lives. I came from somebody who didn't show me love.
Right.
So now my attachment style is this craving, anxious, oh, please show me love because I didn't get it here. Do you see?
I see it. Are we that passive?
Yeah.
I mean, it feels like
Yes, we are.
in order to fit that, we all have to be operating in a very ignorant space as it relates to who we are, what we want, where we're going, the whole nine. Are we all just floating around, bumping into each other, just, aimlessly without real purpose?
I believe not.
Okay.
I believe not. I believe it. We're almost societal automatons,
Okay.
right? However you were raised,
Right.
whatever belief system, that is the dictating factor. That is the governing factor of how you choose anything.
So I have to divest myself of everything I've been taught
Right.
in order to have a different experience.
I'll tell you why. Because many of us have never really investigated what we were taught,
That's good. Yeah.
right?
Yeah. We just took it as true.
This the person who raised me loved me,
Right.
even though they hurt me.
Yeah.
You see?
Yeah.
And when you get this attachment style,
Mhm.
it's usually as an infant, bro.
Right.
So you are delicate and fragile at that moment when you're being imprinted upon.
I guess the terrifying thought of this is we're just perpetuating this. Every time you have a child, you're making a choice for that child that child is either going to have a better experience than you, or the same, or worse.
How about it?
That's a horrible thought.
Or in the vicinity.
Yeah. Or in the vicinity.
Yeah.
Because I know you see a lot on social media how people criticize and scrutinize the parental tactics of some people because it's such a dichotomy from how they were raised.
Right.
So it's always back in my day, or back in the day, or you couldn't get away with it. And I think for many of us, we celebrate the abuse that we're still suffering from.
How about that?
Like we want, you need to beat your kids. Maybe we shouldn't.
But wait. But if that's your known,
Right, and people are gonna say, "I turned out fine," but are you?
are
Are you okay? I don't
No.
think you are.
No.
I think you are deeply disturbed and hurt, and you're perpetuating that pain on other people. But hey, I mean, you got a job, I guess. You know.
But what I find strange is people put so much burden. We as people, we
Yeah.
put so much burden on our partners
Oh yeah.
to be something,
Yes, absolutely.
to be the spiritual multivitamin,
Yes.
to supplement whatever we're lacking.
Yeah.
And no one ever taught us self-remembering.
Absolutely.
Like meditation, prayer,
Yeah. True prayer. Not begging.
all I'm saying is higher levels of spiritual consciousness
Yeah.
should be a part of your relationship.
I agree.
Because this is how you guys work through the you in the equation.
Right. But how do you get there when socially you are your relationship is judged not by your connection, but your connectivity to everything else, right?
Yeah.
So it has nothing to do with how you love one another.
Right.
It's those outwardly signs of your success or
Right.
your ability to show up as #goals.
Yeah, your Rolodex.
Right.
I got a hell of a Rolodex. I got connections.
I can pick up the phone right now.
Resources.
Right. Right.
Do you see?
Right. Resources with no actual source.
Wow. Got everybody's number, but no deal.
No deal. You just got a lot of people to call.
Man, let's get Truemonger in here, man. Who did you bring with you? How self-aware are you, True? Mm. Mm.
Word.
I saw something similar that happened in previous relationships.
Mm-hmm.
Like, just another sign that this is not gonna work.
Wait, True. True, you about to cook. Hold tight, man. When we come forward, we going back to Dallas, Texas. True is already on one. Didn't bother. I told you was gonna hit this one out the park.
Somebody said volume.
Yeah, I forgot to turn up True's volume. I got him when we come back. Hey, where the phone calls? I need the phone calls. Give me the phone calls. 1-800-920-1580. And we're lagging on the likes. I don't know how many people in here ain't used to being in here. But listen, we love to have our likes match the amount of people that are in the room.
Way off.
Can y'all hit the like button? Can you guys hit the like button, please?
You know they're gonna let this girl keep that money.
What money?
She raised They raised $63,000 in crowdfunding.
No, they gotta get that money back.
No, they said that they don't.
Wow.
I'm about to get kidnapped, so I want everybody to send me $1.
Where is Tony?
Right, Tony is gone, y'all.
The likes are moving up slowly. Somebody says she will have. Truemonger says she'll have to pay it back.
I saw something that said she wouldn't have to.
Yo, Bro Neves, call in, man. Yeah.
Yeah, talking about Carly.
Where are my callers? Hey, Reggie, get in here. Get in here. Bro Neves, call me. 1-800-920-1580. Attila, call me. We're at $13.99, 31 minutes in.
Alzheimer's diagnosis was hard to treat. And when I left the other one,
Your mind gets your life, watch your mouth. I love it. I love it.
Y'all calling in or no? Ooh wee.
So let's say she called.
There we go. Damn it, Attila. Andy's not in there yet. Wait. Just wait, Attila. Hang up. Andy's not in there. Call when I'm gonna tell you to call. Andy's not in there. I think he went to move his car. Oh, there he is. All right, we good. No, we good.
Andy checking his OnlyFans.
What?
True said Andy checking his OnlyFans.
We got you. What is going on? We almost there. 5 more likes and we're there. I tried to call twice. Call right now. Now's the best time to call, Jay. Andy's sitting right there. Call right now. 30 seconds. Call now.
kind of awareness of oneself. Ouspensky remarks, the whole idea is to be aware of yourself in this place, at this moment. This is the beginning, for one has to begin somewhere. Later, it may take different forms, many other things may be included in it. Self-remembering is maintaining the awareness of I am here, now. Our mechanical tendency is to fall into imagination, an unconscious turning of the wheels of the mind. This means we are mentally somewhere in the future or the past, or in another place besides where we actually are, and thus lose the connection with the present moment. If we are focused on a task in the present, we are often identified with it to the exclusion of all else, and thus don't maintain self-awareness. At the beginning, we must stop all activities to achieve self-remembering. Later, it can accompany them. The characteristic of self-remembering is divided attention. This is visualized as a double-headed arrow, one end pointing at the object of observation, whether external or internal, and the other end pointing to oneself. At the beginning, oneself is taken as an abstract point, the observer. I experience divided attention as a kind of psychological.
See, they're making it deeper than it really is.
Yeah. There's a lot of words there.
But the reality of it is, how self-aware are we when we enter into a relationship? Are we more aware of this person's potential to deliver on the outcomes that our expectations demand?
Right.
Are we more focused on that than we are on how we show up?
So we know the answer to that. As long as you have a list that has physical attributes meeting your preferences,
Right.
then that's proof that you're not aware of yourself. Because what you're essentially saying is, as long as they meet this criteria, then I'm not concerned about them.
Any other space, in
Yeah.
any other way.
Because what should lead the list is they need to be self-aware, as self-aware as I am. So that way, we're not blaming each other for our stuff.
Ooh,
We can come to the table. Everybody's talking about the table. The table should be a place where we divvy up our stuff and say, you know what? I gave that to you. That's not yours.
That's mine.
That's mine.
Yes.
That happened in '87. They had nothing to do with. That was when my mama didn't show up to pick me up from daycare. And,
yes.
Give me that back.
That belongs to me.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Man, Truemonger, Dallas, Texas, get back in here. You see what we laying down, right? All right. What are your final thoughts on this topic?
It's important to pay attention to how you come to your relationships. Like I said before, you carry whatever experiences you had previously into your relationship. And you got to pay attention to yourself and make sure that you don't take those experiences out on the person that you're currently with. Because that will definitely end your relationship at some point. Because they're going to feel like it's almost like you keeping your guard up and just anticipating something that will happen.
Mm-hmm.
While they may be working to try to break that barrier down, try to break that wall down, try to get to know you better. And that wall that you keep up is eventually going to push them away. So it's always good to be aware of yourself and how you show up.
I love it.
How it might affect someone else. You got to pay attention to that.
Yes, I love it. Truemonger in the building. Dallas, Texas is in the house because of True. If you want to bring your city in the building, you know the deal. All you got to do is call me at 1-800-920-1580. We're going to stay in the great state of Texas. We're going to bounce over to Houston, Texas in the building. I'll tell her, get in here.
Let him know. Let him know. We thrill.
Okay. So I did something in the chat. I was saying that so we lack awareness of ourselves, right? But ultimately, you end up lacking awareness of your partner too. If they're mirroring you,
Mm.
you're not aware of them either. And then Ziva made a comment like, "I didn't know you were like that." Well, heck, you don't know what you're like. Like, let's be real. And then when the mask put, you start looking at them and you be like, oh, the more aware you become, it's like instead of saying, oh, that's them, you start saying, oh, that's me. So that's me too.
So,
So I
if,
just looked up.
so Attila, can I share this little piece about our coaching session?
Yeah, sure.
Just the technique. Like, I will tell people in our coaching sessions, or I will recommend that they read certain books.
Okay.
And one of the things I do is I say, for every book I recommend, you have to buy one of those composition books we used to have in school.
The black and white.
The black and white ones,
Yeah.
that look like concrete. You
Yeah.
have to have one of those with every book I, recommend. And then the job is, you're not reading the book to get a better grasp of the topic, or to get to get some add some different words to your vocabulary, to expand your. You're not there for that. What you're doing, you're reading the book to see yourself. And every time you see yourself in one of these books, you pull out the journal piece.
And write it down.
I remember back in '79 when my brother did this, because part of the coaching that I, engage in is self-awareness.
Yeah.
You have to figure out why you make the choices you make.
That's got to be frustrating for your clients, because we don't live in a world where we are encouraged to focus on our part.
Right. You're just encouraged to focus on your performance.
That's it. Yeah. And if you like this idea, well, you have to accept me for who I don't, though, because you don't know who you are. Like Attila just said, this isn't about my inability to accept you. It's I recognize through you that you don't know you. And so I'm in this polyamorous relationship.
And I don't know you either.
Right.
and I don't know me.
Right. So we're in this polyamorous relationship with all these people. And don't nobody know nobody.
Don't nobody know nobody. Andy got something to say.
Just a question. So, when you were basically telling your clients that, when you read the book and you see yourself, write it down. Are they seeing themselves in the present moment, or maybe 5, 10 years ago? That was me.
Typically, they see what happened to them. So typically, they're looking in the past. Right? When we get to the next, like the third session of my coaching, that's when I tell them, okay, this is self-authorship time. This is where you pull out one of those composition books and you start crafting who you want to be, written by your own hand. Not written by, my mama raised me like this.
Right.
Or my daddy raised me like this. So the first piece, well, I'm giving you these books, you're doing the homework, and your job is to discover yourself in what I told you to read. And what I find is many people, now maybe Attila can expound on this, but many people discover a whole lot about themselves during this little exercise. Attila, wait, when we come forward, Attila's going to share.
My earphone got loud as hell.
I turned it up. Wait, is this you? That's you. Is that better? I don't understand how y'all say y'all can't hear. Y'all can hear.
I hear perfect.
Y'all can hear. Because I hear your headphones. Yo, we at $13.99. I just don't understand. That's why I'm taking tomorrow off.
Are you really?
Yeah.
Are they gonna play a replay?
Or they might bring They might bring Dr. Sunshine in. Tavis asked me to reach out to Dr. Sunshine. I reached out to Dr. Sunshine. She hasn't hit me back. But they probably gonna have somebody sit in.
Oh wow.
I'm going to that industry mixer with Murtaugh.
Oh, okay.
That little private
Yeah.
shit, whatever he got. So I'm going there. And motherfuckers who know me know I don't leave my little vicinity.
Right.
Studio, cigar lounge, crib, all within.
I see my ex there. I think he's
Really? Ah,
that should be it.
yeah.
What's sad is that
I facilitate that.
And there you have it.
but it's all good. 'Cause I know who I am.
I have an idea.
I got a clue.
Reusing indoor water for your garden. Visit SaveOurWater.com for more ways to conserve. Up next, brushing your teeth with the water on.
Does the audio sound muffled now?
We'll talk on drugs, but it's time we know the facts. Fentanyl is killing people. It's a powerful opioid, often made illegal, commonly mixed with illicit drugs. It can even be pressed into counterfeit pills that resemble prescription medications. Just 2 milligrams, about the size of a few grains of sand, could potentially be lethal. This isn't an ad to scare you, but it is an ad to make you think twice. Get the facts.
JT, are you gonna call in? Don't wait. Call it. Now's the time. JT, now's the time. JT, now is the time. Call.
500? That's a lot of tails. Indeed can help.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're listening to the sounds of the Wu-Tang. Raekwon the Chef. The name of the record is Can It All? Or Can It Be All So Simple? Got that Gladys Knight loop in there.
Yeah, that's good stuff.
Yes, man. Can it be so simple, man? Everybody's thinking about the good old days, reminiscing.
Yeah, the one day.
Listen, they're the good old days because you're not paying attention to those days in stereo.
Right.
It's a mono remembrance. I'm only going to remember the good things.
Right.
I'm not going to remember the things that actually wounded me,
Yeah.
that I'm actually carrying into my adult relationships. Now, people who do the research on Gurdjieff's philosophy, Gurdjieff, it's spelled Gurdjieff, Gurdjieff, right? And if you're incorporating this philosophy of self-remembrance into your modern day relationship, it could be very, very valuable in this sense. You will be cultivating self-awareness, right? Self-remembering encourages individuals to become more aware of their thoughts, emotions, and bodily sensations in the present moment. By developing this heightened self-awareness, individuals can recognize when they are engaging in negative rumination and consciously choose to redirect their energy to the present. You can also break rumination cycles. Many people, struggle with negative thoughts and ruminating on what shoulda, coulda, woulda been, right? And then also you can develop emotional regulation because of this mind body connect, right? Your thoughts and how you view things oftentimes affect your body.
Sure.
So there's this psychosomatic dynamic that's going on here as well. And then, of course, you can enhance empathy and understanding, which I believe the world is, oh gosh, the world is just out of that. Empathy and
Oh, yeah,
empathy
absolutely.
and understanding.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Completely void of it.
Yes, the world, all of those reserves were used 2,000 years ago.
That's it.
We're empty now.
Well, because it challenges the idea, of being self-made.
Yeah, it's
If
just,
I can do it, you can too.
yeah. Attila, get back in here.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So it's interesting when you start talking about memory, right? I don't have any memory above the age of 7.
Really?
Nope. But I am a big ruminator, right? So I've been reading the book that you recommended, right? Guilt is the teacher, love's the lesson.
Mm-hmm.
And she speaks a lot about shame and building bridges, breaking bridges, and things of that nature.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think I have a shame-based ideology, but I do. And I think it's different from showing shame in a moment versus having a shame-based ideology, where literally if someone reprimands you for something or criticizes something that you've done, constructive or not, you begin to feel that it's defending you, like you're the bad person. And then I started kind of connecting the dots and the roller coaster, yeah.
That is interesting.
So when you say shame, so give me an example. So if someone offers you some type of critique, what is someone with a shame-based ideology? What is their response?
Well, so in my case, I'm typically going to ruminate on it, and I'm going to think over and over and over again about what I did, what they did. I'm going to read my emails 15 times, even though I've already sent it. I'm going to be passive aggressive, probably.
Okay.
Right? So I'm going to avoid you after the fact. That's what that was for.
Got it.
Who did you bring into this relationship with us?
Yeah. And that can be difficult to navigate in a relationship because sometimes all you want to do is talk about the moment, not everything else that goes into it. Like I didn't like when you said that, but that's it.
But that's what kitchen sinking is.
Right.
As a means of deflecting, I'm gonna bring up all the issues.
Right, but I don't want to talk. I just don't like
Right.
that.
You brought up one issue,
And that's all we.
and I'm gonna bring up 297 that I've been waiting.
Yeah.
To,
Block the cock, ready to go.
Right.
Yeah.
Attila, once again, you are a gem. You push this conversation forward. We appreciate you. Call in anytime. You got a seat at the table. Listen, I'm not done. We got JT from Atlanta on the line. JT, get in here.
What's going on, Uncle Joe?
What's happening, JT? You good?
I'm all right. Just in the lab working, so let me be quick. But so in regards to like me self-assessing and who I'm bringing into the relationship, I can honestly say that I have been bringing an a-hole into the relationship with the partners that I've been with. I'm starting to realize that past experiences and things that I've been through, I am holding accountable for the new person or the partner that I might be having interest in. It was funny because just the other day, I had a guy that I was talking to. He told me, he was like, Jay, just because you're going through things doesn't make it okay for you to be an a-hole. And I was just like, had to sit down and think about that for a second. And I was like, dang, I have been an a-hole to a lot of the partners that I've started to encounter. Now, of course, I have to work on myself, and I have to let go and forgive, so that I am able to, allow someone to actually come in and love me genuinely. But I can honestly say that I have been allowing the dead a-hole to take over. a protective mechanism for me, I also think. So,
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Do you think that you're also choosing men who trigger that response, who take you there?
definitely.
Okay.
Definitely. And the thing about that is that I have a problem with feeling as if I have something to prove, so I allow them to take me there, and then it's almost like I can't be mad at anyone but myself because I fell for the trap, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So I have a big question. Why do you attract those type of men? Because the why is going to give us a lot of peanut butter and jelly. Why do you attract those kind of men?
Because I'd rather put up with the BS than be alone.
Wait, say that again.
I said because I would rather put up with BS than be alone. Like I don't want to
Ooh.
be alone. I don't want to be by myself. I want to have that companion that I can go on day trips with, and you know what I mean. Talk to them all day and just kind of know that someone's thinking about me. But not everyone is for you, and not everyone that is for you is good. So you know what I mean. I just gotta kind of learn to decipher between who's good for me and who's not good for me. Some people are lessons, and then some people are meant to stay.
Can I say it another way? Can
Yes, please.
here's another question. Jay, do you know what is good for you?
Oh.
No.
Yeah.
Okay, so
No,
but just
yeah.
wait.
what was good for me, then I wouldn't be making bad decisions.
No, that's not true. That's not true. Sometimes we know exactly what we need. It's just not what we want. Because here's the thing: if you choose better, then you have to be better. You have to be as good as your choice.
So you might be shirking the better
Yeah.
choice because it comes with a different set of responsibilities.
It does.
Wait, hang on, JT, don't leave. I know you at work. When we come for it, we gonna talk some more to Jade.
Bad boys are sexy. No, they're not. Mimi, they're not sexy. They just stress you out. That ain't sexy. Everybody want a bad boy. You don't go there.
Where y'all at? Fed set to raise rates to 22-year high. Wow.
You hear about Bronny?
Yeah.
Crazy.
That was out of the blue.
I wonder how that's gonna affect his chances of getting.
What I don't understand is with all of that wealth,
Yeah.
how come you guys didn't check on his heart before he started really going hard?
I would think he would be getting like
The top of the top. And I don't know.
Right,
I don't know. I'm sure they went to every damn prenatal care and I'm sure they did all of the work, but that seems like that's a big, like it's rare that something like that would
Yeah.
happen.
I mean, that's some like Lynn Bias,
I thought Lynn Bias.
Yeah.
I thought that kid out of Buffalo.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who's calling in? I'm gonna stop asking. That's all right. Y'all think I can't do this with just straight information? I can. Monique's journey. Monique, I hope you're enjoying the show. Thank you for supporting. She took us to 23.98. Thank you, Monique.
The chapter, not the boot.
Right. This is really about to go. I mean, we about to go through the roof when I hit these. become your cellmate.
Bedroom turnoff, fantasies and fetish, financial infidelity.
I'm dating a fat person. Are they worth the wait?
Trust me, this gonna be crazy. How about the child was needed and you still had to pay child support? It's a very heated topic. Oh, that right. Mama's baby, daddy's maybe.
I just have so many questions I want to ask you.
I'm like, this is a war there.
You told me he had a vasectomy. I'm pregnant.
Betrayal has been committed with a bad life routine. How does he maintain his possible?
Well, I feel an attention to nip.
Why can't you open up, brother? I'm a karate man. Karate man on the inside. They don't show their weaknesses. Yeah.
How do you make women so well?
So Williams. Reason and accountability. A voice of reason. As Mr. Bridget said, remember yourself always and everywhere. Basically, through this quote, what Mr. Gurdjieff is saying is that wherever we are and whatever we're doing, we can bring our awareness back to ourselves. So if you're walking upstairs, if you're walking down the street, if you're standing in a line, if you're standing on the bus or getting on the subway, or whatever, wherever we are, we can bring our awareness back into ourselves. And as we do, we are actually doing an inner exercise. So remember yourself always and everywhere. I love that. Always. So, all the time.
Yo, the voice of reason here, right now, live on KBLA Talk 1580. I'm sitting in here with my good friend, Brother Tony Massey.
What up?
He's always a great guest to have because some of his divergent opinions, we appreciate it greatly. Tonight's topic, who did you bring into this relationship with you? We're talking about cultivating self-awareness. And we've had episodes with Dr. Alan Berger. We had Shalonda Crawford, Dr. Shalonda Crawford, a.k.a. Dr. Sunshine. We had Dr. Pacoya Robinson. We've had some heavy hitters on here. We had Dr. Mark Goulston. We've had some heavy duties on here, right? And what I'm starting to realize is self-awareness in relationship is really at a loss.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Right? It is really slim pickings to find someone who is self-aware, aware of Dr. Mayo. No, thank you for reminding me. Dr. Mayo was just on. That self-awareness piece is a big piece. When you were young, did your parent or parents teach you any self-awareness tips?
No. As a matter of fact, I came in the era children to be seen and not heard.
Be quiet.
Right.
You shut your mouth.
Right. So and it was because it was believed that I had not reached a level in life where I had anything substantive to offer to adults, right? So what I've learned is when you mute someone, regardless of their age, the desire to contribute, the desire to actively, be a part of any type of social environment, you're either going to do one or two things. You're going to start talking louder and demanding to speak, and
or you're going to close off.
Or you're going to close off completely.
Yeah, that's how you create a dismissive, avoidant
really
attachment style.
So all of these so-called Karens that are out there, the people that they have this entitlement to be heard.
Mm-hmm.
I think we're missing a very important element of it. These people were given a voice and told that their voice matters. And now they come along and suddenly someone tells them to be quiet. Be quiet? What do you mean be quiet?
Yeah, you better stay out of grown folks' business. Right. That's what you better
exactly.
do.
So so how do I self-actualize when I was not introduced to myself until I was by myself?
Or you were only allowed to interface with a part of yourself?
No. I was only allowed to interface with who I was supposed to be to the adults in my life.
Oh, wow.
I'm telling you, when I left and got on my own, I went through this very dark period where I was left with me. And I challenged everything. My belief systems, my identity, I went through this. I went through this. I was almost in a chrysalis for almost 10 years.
Right.
Well, I didn't know what I believed.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, was I a Republican or a Democrat? You know, the whole
whatever. Right.
Yeah. And so the prevailing thought that I had depended on who I was with, whether it was relationships or friendships or whatever the case may be. So I was so easily influenced because I never got a chance to find out who I am.
Wow.
Yeah.
Heavy stuff. JT, Atlanta, you were cooking before we came forward. Now we've come full circle. I want you to pick up right where you left off.
I don't know if I've ever song by Chris Brown and Brandy called Do Better. So like Tony was just saying, if I do better, I will do better. But sometimes you don't because it's like, I already know the feeling that it's going to give you. So I would rather do what's going to make me feel good than do what I know is best for me.
So, but JT, can I hit you with this? I'm going to hit you with this. Whatever you've been through is not you. How does that resonate to your spirit?
I think you need to say that one more time.
Whatever you've been through is not you.
Yeah.
I guess the question that I ask is, doesn't that shape who I am, which in turn makes me who I am?
Listen, look at it as software. All software gets old. It needs two things. Either it gets updated or it gets deleted.
Yeah.
And your social conditioning is soft conditioning. It's not hardware. It's software. So perceptions, beliefs, concepts, expectations, ideation, you can change all of that.
Vantage points.
You could change all of that. But first, you have to embrace. Listen. You want this?
Yes.
You have to embrace what you've been through.
Yeah.
You have to embrace it. Yes, I know.
Acknowledge it, then embrace it. And understand, to me, the difference between acknowledging what I've gone through and embracing it is understanding that to acknowledge something is to say that it happened. To embrace it is to accept that it happened and it can't change.
Yeah.
Right? I cannot change the past. Oh, it is. Nobody said it was going to be easy.
Nobody said right. This is right.
If this was easy, we wouldn't have no story. There wouldn't be so many podcasts.
But
Because I feel like even with me doing that, then that, like I have to accept I have to embrace like my part in it, or you know what I mean, like where
let me say it. Let me put it in Krishnamurti's words. Krishnamurti says, awareness is observation without choice, condemnation, or justification. Awareness is silent observation from which there arises understanding without the experiencer and the experienced. In this awareness, which is passive, the problem or the cause is given an opportunity to unfold itself and so give its full significance. In awareness, there is no end in view to be gained, and there is no becoming. The me and the mine not being given the continuity. Jiddu Krishnamurti. What he's saying, we say, I was there when this happened.
Right.
So, and this happened to me, and thus now I'm a victim because that was wrong.
Right.
So now the event becomes a part of the identity. Just because you went through something doesn't mean you have to identify as being what you went through. Because otherwise, what you gonna do? You gonna carry that into your relationship, veiled and couched as a deal breaker.
I was cheated on. I am someone who gets cheated on repeatedly. No one is ever going to do that to me again. And I am going to make sure of it. So I'm going to govern the behavior of my partners from now on so that I don't have to experience what I experienced before. But I'm not speaking in past tense. I'm speaking in present tense.
Right now.
Every single day.
Right now.
Every day.
Yes.
I need to go through your phone. I need to, whatever I have to do to make sure that I don't experience that hurt, not taking into consideration that I am experiencing that hurt because I became it.
Now, George Gurdjieff, he says it this way. Remember, you come here having already understood the necessity of struggling with yourself.
Yeah.
Only with yourself. Therefore, thank everyone who gives you the opportunity to struggle with yourself.
Yeah.
Now, our relationships would be revolutionized if we walked into intimate relationship with that kind of mindset. The real struggle is with me.
Right.
My partner may illuminate that struggle,
Yeah.
but they're illuminating it for me to see
Right.
how I show up.
And it's on me to deal with it, not my partner.
How about that?
So I'm not asking you to fix me. I'm asking you to help me recognize when I need to fix me.
Ooh. Oh, you're asking them to illuminate you.
Yeah, put the flashlight every time. So I have abandonment issues. I have trust issues. So what I used to call triggers, I'm asking you to identify them and put a flashlight on them and bring them to my attention.
Or just put the flashlight.
Just put the there you go.
Yes.
Don't say nothing.
Don't say nothing.
Just put the flashlight on.
Because you being here, it's going to... Jay, you done got us a breakthrough.
Yeah. The reason I can do bad by myself because ain't nobody there to tell me I'm doing bad.
Hey, it's an easier way. JT from Atlanta, Georgia. We appreciate you. Thank you for the insight. The voice of reason is on complete fire tonight. You want to get in here and join this conversation? We're all over the nation talking about this, man. How self-aware are you? And is your lack of self-awareness the culprit for your unhappiness? 1-800-920-1580. When we come forward, more from the callers.
That was good.
Yeah, that was good. Now that was good. That was good. Was it good? JT with the fire call.
While in the lab.
Have y'all seen how much weight I've lost?
Yeah, I heard you're not eating. What is this about?
Bro, I lost, I'm at 14 pounds.
But I heard you're not consuming food as the secret to your success is you're not consuming food.
Man, I haven't been hungry.
Wow.
But I've been, juicing and, Dr. Russell. But I've lost 14 so far.
14 pounds.
In the last 3 weeks, 3.5.
That's pretty, that's about a pound, a little less than a pound a day.
Yeah. Yeah. And I realized that I was fucked up. I realized yesterday, like, yo, you probably need to eat something.
What happened?
My dumb ass, I gotta stop taking shit from people. So my homeboy owns a dispensary.
Oh man.
So he gave me some gummies.
Yeah.
And he was like, yo, this will put you to sleep.
Yeah.
So I took 2 of them.
Ooh.
Right?
With nothing to metabolize.
And I was so fucking out of whack. Like, I was stumbling around my house late last night.
Yeah.
And then, because I took 2 of them, I guess they were too strong.
I'm sure.
So my body wants to throw them up. When I tell you there was nothing to throw up, nothing came. I was dry heaving for like 2 hours. And that is the worst.
That is the worst. Yeah. So we're gonna stop by Pollo Loco on the way to the
Nah. I was like, what the fuck? And I tried to get up. I tried to get out the bed. I was stumbling. I said, oh, hell nah.
You had nothing to metabolize.
There was nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing. 2 hours of dry heaving. Like, ugh.
Mimi said you should eat some of my oxtail, then have some gummies.
I might not wake up. Shit.
You can't go from not eating to my oxtail. That'll fuck your stomach up.
Right.
You need a salad. You got to ease into these oxtails. Because I found this little spot right up here that has the scotch bonnet peppers. Oh my goodness.
I was fucked up last night.
Yeah, that empty stomach will get you every time.
No. Turn this off. Ain't no more good times.
They were never good.
They were never good.
We always talk about back in the day. The only reason that back in the day it seems so well or good is because we ain't living it right now. It's
Man.
sucked in too.
Gosh. Self-remembering. You have to embrace the dark side of you
Yeah.
without judgment. And I know a lot of people hear me say that, and I say it often, but that's the real work.
Yeah.
Or else you're going to carry these shadow goblins into your relationships.
So let me ask this question. What about the people who have become so comfortable in their pain that now it becomes a way to that's their way of being unique. That's their
That's what they've
moniker.
they've identified with.
Yeah, but not just identify, but they've embraced it. Not what happened, but the person that has become who they are because of what they have. The victim.
Everything I'm not
Yeah.
made me everything I am.
Right.
Do you see?
I hear. Yeah.
You see, and that's something that's like a center point, something for me to focus on and say I can build my self identity
Yeah.
or my self concept around what I've overcome.
Right.
And now what you've overcome has as much stake in your identity as you do.
And I love that because I've always said one of the biggest mistakes we make as a society is that we judge women based on how much they can endure. The strength of a woman is the barometer for how strong a woman is how much she can endure,
Right.
not how much she can avoid. And to me, avoidance, there's more strength in saying no than strength in repeatedly saying yes, only to eventually say no.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? Like when I hear women tell their story of all that they've gone through, and they say these things have made me strong.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know that that's. I think there's a strength in surviving it,
Mm-hmm.
but at some point you have to learn how to avoid it.
Mm.
So at some point the protection that you develop is not not protecting yourself as from a victim mentality, but protecting yourself so not that you don't have to go through it, but because I've already gone through it, I don't want to go through it again.
Right.
Does that make sense?
No, I get it.
You know what I mean? It's like
Yes.
the person that gets robbed and carries a gun so that they don't get robbed again, and then there's the person who gets robbed and carry a gun so that they can have a more favorable outcome
Right.
if it happens again. I
Right.
think those are two very different people.
But listen, this whole self-awareness business is about knowing if you are asleep or not.
Yeah,
And many of us are sleepwalking, man.
yeah, comfortably. Yeah.
Do you
if I'm
see?
dreaming, just let me sleep. Yeah.
Gurdjieff put it this way.
All right.
In order to awaken, first of all, one must realize that one is in a state of sleep. And in order to realize that one is indeed in a state of sleep, one must recognize and fully understand the nature of the forces which operate to keep one in the state of sleep or hypnosis.
Yeah.
It is absurd to think that this can be done by seeking information from the very source which induces the hypnosis. One thing alone is certain, that man's slavery grows and increases. Man is becoming a willing slave. He no longer needs chains. He begins to grow fond of his slavery, to be proud of it, you see? And this is the most terrible thing that can happen to a man. Listen, I went through this, and this is what made me who I am.
Yeah. Yeah. But you don't understand, young buck, back in my day. I don't want to hear about that. Because here's the thing. If becoming a bitter, mean, I don't want to go through what you went through.
Right.
And I think, and I know I'm getting in trouble for saying this, so forget it. This is where I kind of understood what Kanye was saying when he said slavery was a choice.
Oh, no.
Hold on. Give me 1 second.
I knew the Kanye reference.
I'm just saying, not for everyone, obviously, not the institution of slavery.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that's what I'm hoping that's not what he meant.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe I'm giving him way more credit than he deserves.
Probably.
But I do think that there's a mentality.
And taking credit away from yourself.
And maybe so. But I do think that there's a mentality that is a lot more powerful than any chain. And that is the idea that I can achieve within the walls of my subjugation.
No, but that's what he's saying here.
No, I'm agreeing with him.
We are a slave to how we were raised.
Right.
We are a slave to our communication style.
Yeah.
We are a slave to our attachment style.
Yeah.
We are a slave to our expectation. We are a slave to our ambitions, our aspirations. We are enslaved to a lot of things.
But I can ascend not beyond slavery, but at the very top of it. Because although I never wanted to be a doctor, because my parents forced me to become one, and I'm successful, but yet I'm suicidal because I'm not living in my purpose or my, I'm at the top of slavery. I'm you know what I mean? I'm at the pinnacle, the zenith of slavery. I'm just not free.
The zenith of slavery. I don't like it.
I
I don't like it. No.
I'm just not free.
But again, freedom from what?
Freedom from who everyone has defined me as, and freedom from this idea that I am what I went through. Because here's the thing, like what Jay was saying, and I think a lot of people have to in myself included, we have to recognize that the patterns that we create in our lives are for comfort. Because the last thing I want, everyone wants change.
Even if they're toxic.
Especially if they're toxic.
Right.
Because if I've gone through a lifetime of toxicity, the last thing I want is peace. Because I've created comfort in chaos. And peace makes me uncomfortable. Because why isn't everything... I have a contingency. Well, I built this shelter because the bomb was coming. Now, if the bomb doesn't come, then all I did was dig a hole in the ground and waste a lot of time and money. So I'm counting on the chaos.
Fire! Yeah. Hey, let's get Hayward, California up in here. What's the sister's name? Marquela. Get up in here. Marquela, you're on the line.
Yes.
Hey. Welcome to the Voice of Reason. What are your thoughts on tonight's topic?
Well, basically, what you said about spirituality, you have to both be spiritual to have self awareness. To me, like you have to have the Most High in the front center of both self and in the relationship. That's only how it's gonna work to me.
So there has to be a spiritual component to the relationship in order to gain self-awareness. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, yes.
And what are your thoughts on that, Tony?
You know what my thoughts are. Are we talking about spirituality or religion?
She said spirituality. She
Okay,
didn't
but
say religion.
I know, but a lot of us define spirituality with religion. You know this.
She
though.
said
If
spirituality.
we're talking, if we're
She
talking,
said most high up on you.
who are we talking about? if we truly mean spirituality,
Right.
if we truly mean the existence outside of the physical self,
Right.
then I'm with her 100%.
Mm-hmm.
But if she's talking about Greater St. Matthew's Baptist Church up on the hill, then I can't abide by that.
But I agree with her.
No, I agree with her. Absolutely. Go ahead.
No, I was talking about outside of yourself,
Okay.
the inner self. Yeah.
Okay. So, what is the relationship then between the spirituality and the action and the self-actualization that we're talking about?
Wait, hold that thought right there. When we come forward, we're going to get Marquela's answer to Tony's question. This is deep. Tony almost jumped off the religion.
Yeah, I'm not talking about it. 'Cause, you know, people was, as soon as she said Most High, I'm like, okay, this is where. See, when you say Most High, you ain't referring to those saints.
Damn hoax.
I agree, Mimi. There's no benefit of slavery. None. What?
Wow.
Why would she choose Bill Cosby? He ain't got no money. Did he just go to prison?
I got bread. I don't know what you talking.
You still think he got money? After lawyers and all that stuff? I didn't realize.
Dummy money.
I didn't realize his pockets were that deep. I guess so. He was about to buy NBC.
Exactly. For $600 million back in the 90s.
That's true.
Somebody said Cosby got
Yeah, he got
Trumonger,
plenty of money.
plenty of money.
That's a weird flex to try to lie and say you somebody's kid at
Right.
the age of DNA. We
Right.
can solve this right now.
Right. Solve this right down at CVS.
Right. Take it to the Maury show and have that.
Right. We had some hell of a records play tonight too.
Who was on that last Michael?
That's the Jacksons. Good times.
That was just them?
That was the Jacksons.
Who was singing with him?
Just him in the nigga's background.
Uh,
You know his brothers is the background.
well, there was one song that was on their album, but he did all the parts.
And that was
It was
most of them.
Heartbreak Hotel.
Yeah,
He did all the parts though.
that was most of them. That's most of his records.
So they mic's not even on. They just-
You get back there, snap and two-step. That's what I need you to do.
Ah, boy. Yeah, I saw that. I think I saw that on TikTok. That Heartbreak Hotel, all the parts were sung by Michael.
Of course.
In the studio.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Y'all come in for the video.
We want to sing, Mike. I'll take this off this album. Don't do
I
that.
swear to God.
I'll put it on. I got Thriller.
This
working
song,
now.
right. This song is gonna take this album over the top. Don't make me yank it.
Try to put some money in your pocket.
I'm trying to get y'all fed.
That's that deep voice, Michael. Y'all playing with my emotions.
Right.
Right? Don't do that.
Access the affordable capital needed to grow. Visit legacy.com/.
This is after the-
We are at $23.98 on the twos and fews. I just stopped mentioning it. They said Jermaine, Pretty Brown, Jermaine Jackson can sing. He can harmonize. He can hold a note.
I don't know.
But just singing, like I'm finna.
I heard the Do What You Do album. That wasn't impressive. I wasn't impressed.
Motherfucker said I heard the Do What You Do album. You stupid as hell. You know, I heard the Do What You Do album.
I'm
And
just saying, I wasn't impressed.
nah.
Keep it greasy, Jermaine.
You thought we were first? No, $23.98.
After an hour and a half, come on, y'all.
We were trying to get to $100, but it's been a struggle lately. I get it. Man, that's crazy. You going to the lounge after this?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. I be speeding up that street though.
I know. Stop trying to follow you.
I take off. Yes, we do appreciate anybody who was able to hit the super chat. We appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. No doubt. Yeah, I'm taking off tomorrow. Hey, them bills, them electric bills be hitting. Yeah, we almost at 300. I mean, I'll be back Thursday. You know, I will definitely be back Thursday.
11:20 seconds. I know they judge Baby for this one. Sampling secular music.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, friends and family, we're in sunny Los Angeles, California, in the heart of Africa Town, aka Lamert Park. You're listening to KBLA Talk 1580. I'm the voice of reason, the VOR, on fire every night with riveting relationship topics. And tonight's topic is about self-realization. Right? Without many of us go into relationships thinking we can hide from self, thinking we can avoid the real work that is necessary in order to heal and elevate past hurts. But if we don't go in looking for ourselves, looking for how we show up, we're going to consistently be blindsided, by these opportunities to grow up. George Gurdjieff, he is the one that we're focusing our attention on tonight. He wrote a concept called self-remembering that gets you right lock in step with your thoughts, words, deeds, and feelings, and try to get them in a space of congruence, because many of us are not in that space, right? What he said on it was, without self-knowledge, without understanding the working and functionings of man's machine, men cannot be free. He cannot govern himself, and he will always remain a slave. Gurdjieff's work is not so far removed from the great Krishnamurti.
No, not at all.
Because they're talking about this space where you're no longer looking at your partner through the filter of what you've been through or what is yet to be reconciled.
Right.
You're looking at them through clear specs, man. No filter, no shade, nothing. No judgment. You're looking at them clearly.
Yeah.
And in our relationship roundtables at the Cigar Lounge, I always ask, when was the last time you saw your person as they are? Not as you would like them to be, not what you need them to be for you in order to be happy. When was the last time you just saw them? And ultimately, that question leads back to, when was the last time you saw yourself? What are your thoughts on that before we get back to Marquela?
I think that truly seeing someone for who they are, including yourself, is a very scary event. And because it means that I have to now, separate who I want you to be and who you actually are. And we always talk about this mask, right? And the reality is that we do wear masks in a relationship, but we also put masks on our partners, right? So a lot of times when our partner is struggling to take off their mask, and we see them in their true self, we then put a mask on them. I don't want to see the real you, because I'm not comfortable with it.
That's ugly.
It's hideous.
It's hideous.
Right. And so I'm now attacking your attempts at being your true self, which just puts you back into your mask. So now you're wearing two masks: the mask of who you want to be, and the mask of who I want you to be.
Now let me hit you with Gurdjieff.
Okay.
He gonna lock right into what you just said.
Yeah.
A man will renounce any pleasures you like, but he will not give up his suffering.
Absolutely.
Ooh.
Especially if I identify by it. Especially if it's a means to recognize myself. If I was in a crowded room and I couldn't find me, I can find my pain.
Ooh.
I can find my pain.
Oh, faithful.
Oh, it's always there.
Oh, yeah. You mean to tell me sometimes our suffering, our pain is more faithful than the significant other we choose?
Absolutely. I can always count on my pain, because here's the part that nobody wants to talk about. Most of my pain is perpetuated by me. I am the oppressor. I am both the oppressor and the oppressed. So the chains that have locked me down in this life that I'm trying to escape, I got the key.
Wow.
But I'm terrified of freedom.
Wow.
Terrified of freedom. Oh my God, I don't want to be free.
Ooh.
I ain't got nothing to complain about.
Oh, 1-800-920-1580, Marquela, Hayward, California. Get back in here.
Yeah.
She said, yeah. Yeah.
So before the break, I asked you the relationship between spirituality and achieving self-actualization. So how does my spirituality facilitate my ability to see me?
Well, it's character. Your morals. That's what gives you the perspective of how you're supposed to be towards people, how you respect, how you love, how you treat others, and you know what I'm saying, like how you look at yourself too, and and can take correction. So that's how, that works in a relationship with spirituality.
Okay.
So like your characteristics.
And Marquela, let me tell you, you brought the yay area in the building. You are more than welcome to come and sit and talk with us anytime, okay?
All right, thank you.
All righty. Yay area in the building. If you want to bring your city in the building, all you got to do is call me at 1-800-920-1580. We are on fire tonight. We are on fire tonight. Let's get Nazarene X from Atlanta, Georgia. Get in here.
What up, Bob?
What's up, man?
Ain't not too much. I dove in late, but I heard y'all been cooking fish to you, Uncle Tony, man.
What up, bro? Appreciate you.
Ain't that so much love, man. And I don't know, like, I've just been marinating on it all. Like that last bar, I didn't know who said it, but I did hear that same thing where it was like the last thing people gonna let go of is their supplements. I think that just goes with the archetypes. I heard about it on the Enneagram side of things. But I think one of the things I've realized is that when we take note of the patterns that maybe we, like red flags and stuff, or how we might feel triggered by certain situations, like I've noticed a pattern in my life to where quietly I'm acknowledging, like, I think as so-called raw as I can be, I'm still struggling in a department of like balancing what I feel like is a healthy level of compassion and grace for other people, but then like just having the bottom line, like, you can get this work as far as telling folk about themselves or whatever, like I'm almost like in retaliation. Like, sometimes I guess the quote unquote stupid stuff about people in a way, kind of like gets on my nerves, and I have a hard way of translating that because I want to be better. I want to have a better grip on my tongue and my own thoughts and things like that.
Let me give you a little advice, nephew.
Thank you, man.
Just stop judging.
Yeah,
See, because that's the key. Because soon as you say somebody's stupid, and there are a lot of stupid people.
Yes.
But no, listen. But you gotta stop evaluating. Everybody is on their own path, and their level of intellect or lack thereof is none of your business. Do you see what I'm saying? So sometimes we put ourselves in people's business by giving our unsolicited evaluation of them. Sometimes you can just keep it to yourself and keep pushing. Stay with me, Naz. When we come forward, more from Atlanta, Shreveport, Louisiana, and Detroit, Michigan. Yeah. No, we trying to get hey, Andy. We trying to get Shalonda to sit in for me tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. So I just need to be on cause she gonna do a whole different situation, right?
She might. I don't know.
Give her my contact just in case.
Well, we still got to get in contact with her. Yeah.
Visit youtube.com/walk-of-fame. What's up, LA? The Reparationist community got something real special going down in historic Leimert Park. August 12th, 2023. This event is sponsored by Reparations United and Black Pact, fighting for justice and empowering our community. Together, we can make moves. We have an insane lineup for y'all. The sultry Rotimi, the king of LA, the game, Smooth Eric Benet, and none other than the powerful sounds of blackness. Also, we have some special guests in the house. Congresswoman Sheila Jackson Lee, State Senator Stephen Bradford, LA's beloved Councilwoman Heather Hunt, and many more. They're bringing their passion and leadership to the stage. Mark your calendars, August 12th, 2023.
Hey, tonight's topic, what do y'all think? Tonight's topic was good.
Peace, love, and reparations benefit concert and unity rally. Be there
And this 2 hours, once again,
Flies by, man.
it flies.
KPLA Talk 1580 stands for Unity and Healing. African focuses
Only the
is a nonprofit organization based in California that focuses on the well-being of Africans all around the world. Their mission
only
is to
the
promote the well-being
moderators
of
can
people of
post links,
African
right?
descent through knowledge and
Yeah, I think so.
appreciation of one another.
You need to
By
post a
learning
link?
the
No,
first
I
of
just
love
I don't
and
need to. I
understanding,
just
African focuses
Mimi
programs
asked about my
strive
book,
for cultural,
and I
educational,
posted
and
it, but they didn't
economic
post it.
growth.
Got it.
I'm uncomfortable with all of these accolades.
What accolades?
Everybody is saying how
They said you did a great
it
job.
makes me uncomfortable. By this time, everybody called me the devil.
So watch this. Watch this. This time, I
no,
created
no,
the topic.
That's bullshit, so. So you saying I'm the architect of my own demise?
When you be like, let's talk about. I be like, wait, hold on.
Oh man,
Yeah.
that's messed
See,
up.
now I know. Now I know.
Yeah, you gotta pick the topic.
You come to me and be like, hey, I want to talk about. I'm gonna be like, okay, never mind. Ladies and gentlemen, the voice of reason back in the building.
I don't know why, but that song reminds me of summertime, man.
Yes, man, Los Angeles.
That's one of those songs where whether it's this one or the original, you're not upset.
No.
Because there's some songs that come on, you're like, oh man, I thought that was that other one.
Right. No. Ladies and gentlemen, the voice of reason. We done hit really hard on this topic of knowledge of self and self-awareness and being conscious of who you are and not being afraid of embracing yourself. What's very interesting, you guys, I think it was Nazarene. We got Nazarene on now. We got Nazarene, and you guys were saying something very powerful. And again, it sparked another Krishnamurti quote. And what I loved about what you were saying about the couple putting a mask on their partner and all.
Yeah.
Krishnamurti said it this way. He says, one is never afraid of the unknown. One is afraid of the known coming to an end.
Yeah, that's good.
And if all you've known,
Comes to an end. Yeah.
and I don't care if it's toxic or not,
Yeah.
you're going to feel like ego death. You're going to feel like Dark Night of the Soul vibes. You know what I mean?
And it's I love that because the way it's framed is I fear the unknown, but the reality is, like you said, it's not what tomorrow brings. It's what you have to let go of today.
Right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good stuff. Nazarene, get back in here, man.
I got in, soak it all up, man. Dropping them bombs.
Yes.
I realized too long, by a part of the humility or a part of what I believe is my first and in essence last step in terms of removing myself from self-judgment or judging others like that. I found that how you were just speaking on, like sometimes you gotta, I guess, not fear what you know coming to an end, because for me it's just love, like, and the vibration, the essence of it all. Like, so instead of typically like giving somebody a tongue thrashing and stuff, if I feel like something is wrong with the space, I usually just audibly say love, and for me that's enough. Like, and I'm trying to be more comfortable in that, and I feel like in that breath, love for me doesn't ever end. I don't know if I'm scared of the thought of it coming to an end or anything, but I don't know. That's just kind of my way of so-called dealing with any kind of energetic space inside or out. Like that way I can just kind of reset the table, reset my space, the environment, because I personally believe that love conquers all in that sense. So I try to exude that, even like in lieu of cussing somebody out, stuff like that.
Hey man, I appreciate you and sparing us of cussing people out. Thank you, brother Nazarene X, Atlanta, Georgia. Let's get over to Detroit, Michigan. You already know that's Monique, Detroit. Get in here.
And how's everybody doing this evening?
We're alive and well. What are your thoughts on tonight's topic?
I absolutely love it, but I was just commenting on something that Tony said, and he said it goes back into being, the old faithful. I was just wondering, how do you not do that? Because it seems more authentic not to do that. And, once you realize, you're showing up as what people want you to be, who they expect you to be, and then you realize, no, I need to show up as myself, but it's more comfortable just to be old faithful. My question is, what are techniques so that you don't do that? Because that seems to, negate everything you're trying to do.
Well, I think that comfort is the enemy of change. I think once you get to a place where and there's a difference between being comfortable and being comforted, right?
Right.
Because to me, you can be comforted in an uncomfortable situation, and that's truly what the design of partnership is all about. Because we're all going to go through these very uncomfortable situations, and there should be a comforter, someone who's going to comfort you. But if you're seeking comfort within yourself by being comfortable in what you already know.
Wait, Tone, are you saying inherently we are the comforter?
Yeah, we really are.
Mm.
We have to be.
Yeah.
But if comforting ourselves involves being complacent with being uncomfortable and not getting out of the situation, then you're not doing yourself any favors, right?
But that's a ugly mirror to look in.
Oh, it is, but that should make you uncomfortable. This idea that I know how to deal with this type of pain.
Right.
What I don't know how to deal with is that type of pain.
Right.
So I'm just going to deal with this type of pain. Because I know how to navigate around it. I know how to move through it. I know what I'm going to get out of it. What I don't know is if I give my heart and soul to someone who shows up for me and then they let me down, that's scary.
Of course.
Because I'm vulnerable. I'm open.
Right.
But if I give part of me to someone who I know is going to destroy me, okay, I've been there, done that. I know exactly how this feels.
Right.
It takes me 3 days, bottle boons, I'm good.
Monique, we love you for the call. Thank you for reaching out. You brought Detroit, Michigan in the building. Let's jump down to Shreveport, Louisiana. And of course, that's S. Montgomery. Get in here. Hey. Hey.
Hey, man, I just have to say again, thank you for having this platform. Thank you for this topic. A lot of stuff that you guys have talked about have really resonated with me. I had to go get a book and jot some stuff down just so I can make sure I go over and study it after, we've had our discussion. But I just had a couple of questions. Tony said some things that I've actually been thinking about. And he talked about avoiding, like, lack of being in a relationship, avoiding certain relationships. It could have some type of effect because you don't, there's no one there to tell you what your issues are. As long as you are by yourself, you're not really tackling your demons until someone brings that to your attention.
Right.
Which is exactly what I feel like I've been going through for the past few, I would say, months. Can you kind of just explain or can you kind of go into that a little bit more?
Yeah, I mean, let me be clear. I don't advocate being in a relationship for the sake of being in one. Okay, I don't advocate being in a relationship for the sake of being in one, but I do think that we can be under the false sense of security that as long as we stay alone, we're gonna be okay.
Right.
Right.
Alone is the easier road.
Exactly.
Right.
The only reason it's easier is because you're not being challenged. So I'm saying don't be afraid to go into a relationship, because you'll learn more about yourself from your partner than you'll ever learn from yourself. That's what I'm saying.
You think?
Absolutely.
I think it's a two-way street. I think it's both. I think it's both.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it's both. But hey, S. Montgomery, we love you. You done brought Shreveport up in here. Listen.
That's where my people from.
Let me explain this to y'all, man. We don't have all the answers, but we have a damn good conversation every night. And it's designed to get you to look up things so you can stretch your perspective. How many of you guys heard of George Gurdjieff?
I had to. You introduced me to it.
Come on, man. Look up George Gurdjieff and look up his philosophy on self-remembering as a way of coming to terms with oneself, right? How do I deal with me? We ask people this all the time. You want to be in a relationship with somebody that loves you to death, but you don't like certain parts of yourself, or you obscure certain parts of yours. You push certain parts down. You present in such a way as if to say that aspect doesn't exist in me, right?
Yeah.
And you run from opportunities that could reveal these parts.
Right. And when unmitigated gall say, I need you to love all of me, I haven't seen all of you.
You ain't seen all of you.
Ain't seen all of you. I ain't seen you in 30 years.
Hey, knowledge of self is the key. I'm telling you. Listen, we started the conversation. It's your job to finish it. Zoe Williams, the voice of reason, always on fire. Up next, to keep that fire lit, you know what it is. It's RSVP with Jill Monroe. Listen, I started it. You finish it. I love y'all. See you tomorrow. Great show.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
Great show. Thank you guys. Appreciate y'all for tapping in. Love.